Do you know that the largest living lizard on Earth can grow longer than a man, weigh over 150 pounds, and take down prey as large as a water buffalo using venom and patience? This creature is not a monster from mythology or a lost dinosaur, it's the Komodo dragon. Found only in a few isolated Indonesian islands, Komodo dragons are a stunning reminder that ancient beasts still walk among us. These giant reptiles are not only apex predators, but also vital players in their ecosystem, helping to maintain the delicate balance of nature in some of the world's most rugged and remote habitats. Komodo dragons, known scientifically as Varanus komodoensis, are members of the monitor lizard family. They can grow up to 10 feet in length and weigh more than 70 kilograms, with some exceptionally large individuals reaching even more. Their scaly skin, long muscular tails, and piercing eyes make them seem like creatures frozen in time. Their size alone commands respect. But it's their hunting technique that has fascinated scientists and wildlife lovers alike. For many years, it was believed that their deadly bite came from toxic bacteria in their mouths. However, recent studies have revealed something even more intriguing. They are venomous. Glands in their jaws secrete toxins that lower blood pressure, prevent clotting, and induce shock in their prey, making escape almost impossible after a single bite. They live in the harsh, arid climates of just 5 islands: Komodo, Rinca Flores, Gili Moteng, and Pater. These islands are part of the Indonesian archipelago and are often hot, dry, and rugged. Their habitat includes savannas, open woodlands, and tropical forests, where they can hide among rocks, tall grass, and trees. These environments are perfect for ambushing prey. Komodo dragons are masters of stealth and patience. They often lie in wait for hours, motionless, blending into their surroundings until the right moment arrives. Then, with explosive speed and power, they lunge at their prey, usually deer pigs, or even horses, delivering a venomous bite before following their victim for hours or even days as the toxins slowly take effect. Komodo dragons are solitary creatures for most of the year, only coming together for food or mating. The mating season typically begins in May and lasts through August. During this time, males become highly aggressive and often engage in intense combat over access to females. These battles can be dramatic, involving wrestling matches where the larger, stronger male usually wins. Once a male secures a mate, the mating process begins, and if successful, the female lays about 15 to 30 eggs in September. Interestingly, Komodo dragons exhibit a rare form of reproduction known as parthenogenesis. This means that females can produce offspring without mating with a male. This adaptation is particularly useful for isolated island populations where males may be scarce. However, when reproduction occurs through parthenogenesis, all the offspring are male, which helps maintain the population for future breeding seasons. Once the eggs are laid, the female carefully buries them in a nest, often in abandoned megapode bird mounds or self-dug holes. For the next 8 months, the eggs remain incubated by the warm earth. During this time, the mother may guard the nest to protect it from other dragons or predators, although this is not always the case. When the baby Komodo dragons finally hatch, they are about 16 inches long and incredibly vulnerable. In a twist of natural irony, their biggest threat comes from adult Komodo dragons themselves, which are known to eat their young. To survive, the hatchlings immediately scamper into nearby trees, where they will spend the early years of their lives safe from cannibalistic adults. In the trees, they feed on insects, small reptiles, and birds. Their ability to climb gives them a critical advantage during this fragile stage of life. It is until they reach 4 to 5 years of age and grow large, enough to defend themselves, that they descend to the ground and begin their solitary terrestrial lives. By the time they are 8 to 9 years old, they are fully mature and capable of mating and hunting large prey. Komodo dragons are not just fearsome predators. They play an essential role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystem. As apex predators, they control the populations of large herbivores like deer and wild boar, which in turn prevents overgrazing and supports the health of the vegetation. They also act as natural scavengers. Their keen sense of smell, which is primarily driven by their forked tongue and Jacobson's organ, allows them to detect carrion from several kilometers away. By consuming dead animals, they help keep their environment clean and limit the spread of disease. Despite their dominance in their native habitats, Komodo dragons face several threats. Human activity, including habitat destruction and poaching of their prey species, has led to declining populations. Tourism, while important for conservation awareness and local economies, can also bring disruption if not managed responsibly. Climate change poses another looming danger, especially as it could impact the limited range and nesting success of these reptiles. In recognition of their vulnerability, Komodo dragons are currently listed as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. In recent years, conservation efforts have increased, especially within Komodo National Park, where strict protections are in place to preserve their habitats and limit human interaction. Breeding programs and ecological studies have also become key to understanding how to sustain healthy populations. These efforts aim not only to protect the dragons themselves, but also the unique ecosystems they support. The fascination with Komodo dragons extends beyond biology. In many ways, they symbolize a living connection to the prehistoric world. Their primitive appearance and ruthless hunting methods evoke comparisons to dinosaurs and ancient reptiles. They have inspired legends among local Indonesian people for centuries and continue to capture the imagination of people worldwide. Documentaries, research expeditions, and ecotourism have all helped elevate the Komodo dragon to a kind of mythical status, furthering the desire to protect and study them. One of the most interesting aspects of Komodo dragons is how they communicate. Although they don't have complex vocalizations, they use body language, physical combat, and scent marking to interact with each other. Males may bob their heads, inflate their throats, or rub their bodies on the ground to establish dominance or attract females. Their tongue-flicking behavior, often mistaken as threatening, is actually their way of detecting chemical cues in the air. Through these cues, they can detect prey, identify other dragons, and even recognize potential mates. Another astonishing fact is their resilience and healing ability. Komodo dragons often suffer serious wounds from fighting or hunting, yet they rarely succumb to infections. Their blood contains natural antimicrobial peptides, which may help prevent the spread of bacteria and promote healing. Scientists are even studying Komodo dragon blood for potential medical breakthroughs in human medicine. These majestic lizards represent both the ancient and the modern, the wild and the vulnerable. In a world where countless species are disappearing, the survival of the Komodo dragon is a triumph of nature and conservation. They are not just deadly hunters. They are guardians of their ecosystems, marvels of evolution, and powerful reminders of the wild forces that shaped our world. As we continue to learn more about them, one thing remains clear. Komodo dragons are among the most fascinating and awe-inspiring animals on Earth. Their story is one of survival, adaptation, and untamed wilderness. In protecting them, we protect an entire network of life that depends on their role. And in doing so, we ensure that future generations can continue to marvel at the sight of a creature that seems as if it were pulled from the pages of a lost world.